Good evening, and I welcome you, students. We will be discussing some important objective type questions from the topic of atoms and molecules. What we are trying to do, revise the course, do as much different type of questions as possible. We have done last time questions of reasoning and assertion questions, and we are trying to do MCQ, other books, questions from the NCERT book also, and trying to revise the various topics. Therefore, let us do some relieving stress exercises so that we can start our question answer session. Sit comfortably on the chair. I am taking my classes, students, and we will do Bhastrika, inhale up and exhale down 10 times. Start. Come back. Okay, now we will take our neck to the right. Inhale, neck to the right. Exhale. Inhale, neck to the left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can do neck rotation to relieve the stress from the neck. 3 times clockwise, 3 times anti-clockwise. Half inhale, half exhale. Start. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Reverse. Sit. Spinal cord should be erect. Breathe in, breathe out. Anti-clockwise. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back. What we can do the massage of the face. We have hands. Rub your forehead. Massage is a very good exercise to good circulation of blood. Massage of the face. Cheeks, lips, nose, gentle. Eyebrows. Third eye, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Chin, neck, ears. Can do inhale clockwise, exhale anti-clockwise. You can make a fist like this, and head, can do the massage of the head, back. Experience the stress relieving exercises and energy providing exercises. Our purpose is to lift the energy levels of the body. Our energy level of the body becomes high. Eyes, gentle. All the parts of the body we try to activate to increase the energy level, to increase the circulation of the blood. Shoulders rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. Now you can tap your feet on the ground 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have relaxed our body, removed the stress, some stiffness, pains from different parts of the body as we are sitting on the laptops for a long period of time. Now we will do the breathing. in order to release the negative energy and in order to clear our mind before we start our question answer session so that we can focus, we can concentrate. So what we will be doing, we are going to do Brahmari. Brahmari is a very good breathing technique. Here, these are my two thumbs. With that, I will close my two ears, inhale deeply from the nostril, and from the belly, I will exhale with the honeybee sound, which will come from this part of the throat. Okay, close your eyes, sit comfortably, spinal cord erect, feet are touching the ground. Take the position, start, inhale. Inhale. Last round, inhale. Come back, fold your hands, attitude of gratitude. We are thankful to the God, thankful to the universe, thankful to the environment for the all the things which we have. Rub your two hands, heat energy, healing energy, like a field of the magnet, put it on your face. This field of the magnet travels to the entire body and will heal us. Keep inhaling, exhaling. Now you can open your eyes with smiles and 1, 2, 3. Okay. Observe your hands. Take all your attention on the deep lines which you see on your hands. Come to the present moment, come to the present moment. Past we want to forget, future is not there. We are now going to concentrate and focus on the question answer sessions. We are already setting up a target. Our target is the question answers from atoms and molecules. Set up an intention, set up a desire to learn. Okay, thank you and come back. All right, students. How do you feel about it?
Sir, very fresh.
Okay, that is the main thing, refresh. You know, there is a button in the computer also, there's a refresh. Because once we are overloaded, our life is overloaded, our mind is overloaded, our body is also having a lot of toxins, and we want to remove it and concentrate, focus, concentrate, focus. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is focus in the life. The people who are giving peak performances in the Olympics, one of the secret of those people is the focus. They are very much focused on their goal, what they want to do, focus. And with that focus, they give a peak performance. And you'll have seen how small is the difference. Seconds, less than a second difference is there when you see their clocks. And the first, second, third. So focus, the one who has stronger focus, stronger intention, desire, they are on the first, second, third, but the difference is very, very small. I've seen the clocks of the Olympic player, how much close they are. Sometimes they'll all look together, the first three. You have seen it? So
Yes, sir.
this is the story that, let us see, when we discuss, students, atoms and molecules, let us do a recap, revision, so that we will be able to solve questions, students. Important point, when we said atom, what is an atom, student? When we discuss here atoms and molecules,
Sir, atoms are the smallest unit of an element.
smallest particle of an element. You are saying smallest particle of an element. But you know, atoms don't exist as such. They combine. Atoms combine to form molecules. Atoms combine to form compounds. Atoms combine to form elements or molecules, which you say O2, N2. Only few atoms are existing as such. Which are those? Noble gases like helium, neon. And you know, when a chemical reaction takes place, what happens? In a chemical reaction, the atoms retain what they do, student. In a chemical reaction, they retain its chemical properties. Okay? And they retain, in a chemical reaction, atoms retain all its chemical properties. And it's only exchange of the atoms that takes place. What happens in a chemical reaction? You see, exchange of atoms is taking place. Exchange of atoms is what you see. In a chemical reaction, you are not going to destroy the atom and form new elements. You know that. There's exchange of atoms which is taking place. And we discussed that there is a molecule. O2 is a molecule. You are saying N2 is a molecule. Chlorine is a molecule. These are some of the molecules you already know, student. These are the molecules of the elements. These are the molecules of elements. And you also have molecules of compounds. Compounds like H2O, CO2. These are the molecules of the compounds. So a molecule is the smallest particle of element or a compound which is capable of independent existence and shows the properties of compound. H2O will show, H2O molecule will show the properties of the compound H2O. O2 molecule will show the properties of the O2. Further, what we discussed in this topic, student, that we discussed the law of conservation of mass. What is law of conservation of mass, students?
Sir, law of conservation of mass states that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed.
So during a chemical reaction, sum of the mass of reactant must be equal to sum of the mass of the products. Therefore, it becomes important that we must write a balanced chemical equation. What do? We always write balanced chemical equations so that the number of atoms on the left hand side of each element must be equal to number of atoms on the right hand side, because the mass is due to the atoms and the law of conservation of mass will hold true always. So how do we write the chemical formula? What is the chemical formula of a compound, student? What do you mean by chemical formula of a compound? We say there is a chemical formula of a compound. For water, I say H2O is the chemical formula of water. So what it shows there are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen always when I discuss water.
Yes, sir.
So they will tell us what are the constituents which are present and also the ratio of the atoms which are present in that. Then we discussed, student, polyatomic ions. What are polyatomic ions? Atomicity. What is atomicity? How many atoms are there in a substance, in a molecule or in a compound? And when I say polyatomic ions, ions means there are charges either positive or negative, and poly means they have more than one atom, 2, 3, 4, like this. So we have polyatomic ions, and there's a fixed charge on these ions. There's a fixed charge on these ions. Then we discussed that we can write the chemical formula of a molecular compound by using chemical formula of a molecular compound by using, student, its valency. What is valency, students?
The valency is the combining capacity of an element.
Now, how will we know what valency will be there? Actually, why should elements combine? Why should elements combine? That's an important question. Why atoms are combining? What is the reason atoms combine? So we discussed their electronic configuration or distribution. which was given by Bohr. So what happens in the valence shell, in the outermost shell, the atoms should be stable. They will become stable when they will get how many? 8 electrons. They want to complete their octet because the noble gases have completely filled outermost shell and they are stable. So then elements will try to get complete their octet in the valence shell. So that decides the valency or the combining. So if I say, student, if I have hydrogen, what is the atomic number of hydrogen?
1.
1. So
Yes.
it has 1 electron in the K shell. And helium has how many? 2.
2.
So it will try to gain 1 electron. So the valency of hydrogen will become 1. If I consider, student, oxygen, what is oxygen atomic number?
16.
No, that is the mass number of oxygen.
Atomic number 8.
8. So what do you have? Kl26. So how many more electrons are required by the oxygen?
2.
2. So the valency of oxygen is
2.
2. So oxygen valency 2. Oxygen, if I say water, what is happening? Oxygen is combining with 2 hydrogen atoms. 2 hydrogen atoms, H2O. What do you mean by H2O? 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen atom. If I say nitrogen, student, what is the atomic number of nitrogen?
7.
7. If the atomic number of nitrogen is 7, students, what is the configuration? 2, 5. So how many electrons are required to complete the octet in the outermost or valence shell?
3.
3. So the valency of nitrogen is
3.
Valency. That means nitrogen will combine with how many hydrogens? 3. So you got NH3. So nitrogen has a valency of 3. If I take carbon, student, what is the atomic number of carbon? 6. Then what is the valency of carbon?
4.
4. Tetravalent. So carbon, we are saying, you know the compound CH4. Carbon is tetravalent, students. So these are some of the ways we were finding the valencies. And if we come to the halogens, for example, chlorine. What is the atomic number of chlorine, students?
17.
287, students. Now, what is the valency of oxygen? Chlorine?
1.
It will get 1 electron, then it will become 8. So the valency is 1. Like this, student, we talked of the valency for the chlorine. Therefore, students, we were able to write the formulas of the compound, which we have already given a video in YouTube also, how to write the formula trick. We have shown you the trick to write the formula. This was very important, that we balance the valencies and then we write the formulas. And from the formula, we can find the valencies also. We have shown you. Another important concept was atomic mass. And you already know the mass of the atom is very, very small. So how it was determined? How do scientists determine the atomic mass? What they use as a relative atomic mass or a reference?
1/12 of mass of carbon plus atom.
Relative atomic masses were determined, student, are determined, which we are using in comparison to which element is used here? Carbon 12 is given 12U. And compared to this, we use the atomic masses of the other elements, and we also discussed with you molecular masses, student. How do you calculate the molecular masses? By adding the relative atomic masses of the elements in a compound, we get the molecular masses. Then we discussed, student, what is a mole and what was the need of the mole. We have discussed in the mole concept. Why do we need mole? 1 mole is a number which is equal to 6.022 into
10 power 23.
23 particles. So whenever we write equation, student, we use the mole concept because the mass of one atom is very, very small. So we always talk of And mass of 1 mole of a substance is called molar mass. For oxygen, if I say 16 gram per mole, that means 1 mole of oxygen atom will have how much mass? 16 grams. This is called the molar mass. A table is already there in the books on the molar mass. So I hope we are very well aware of all this importance of this chapter. Is very important, fundamental chapter, and we must learn all these things. The revision is important. Once we learn, we will be able to answer a large number of questions, students, based on this. Am I right? All this we have learned in this
Yes.
topic.
Yes, sir.
We have told you that you can observe our YouTube channel and give a comment. When you get a video, you give a comment, or you can go and give comments what you have learned. How much you have learned, what you are learning, it will help you so that you know already that what you are learning. Learning by doing, learning by practice is very, very important. It helps us a lot, student. Now, what we are talking here, we are coming to the objective type of questions. Objective type of questions, and these are also a type of MCQ questions. And you know that I said you read the question very carefully. Every statement we read and then answered after thinking. If you will answer in a hurry, there could be error. What he says, a sample of pure water, irrespective of the source, contain 11.1% hydrogen and 88.9% oxygen. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Water. What is water? H2O. What is the atomic mass of H2 here? 2.
Yes, sir.
What is oxygen?
16.
2:16 mean 1:8.
Yes.
Total is 9.
Yes, sir.
And what is the percentage of hydrogen then? 2 by 9 into 100. And what is the percentage of oxygen? 1 by 8. 1 by 9. What is the percentage of oxygen? How much is that? 1 by 9 into 100. So how much you are getting? 2:8. 8 by 9. Okay? What is the values coming? Whatever is given. The data supports what data it is. What is the data?
The law of constant proportion.
What do we call this as? Law of constant proportion. I should put here 1. There's some mistake, check it out. This will be because 1:8. 1:8. This value I am using. 1 by 9 into 100 by 9 will be how much? ठीक है 100 by 9 will be how much? 11.1%. And 800 by 9 will be 88.9%. That is the given values. So what is this law known as? Law of constant proportion?
Yes, sir.
Then what is the correct answer?
Option A.
What is law of conservation of mass?
So
You
this
already
states
know.
that sum of reactance is equal
Okay.
to sum of.
And these are the different laws which you have already read or may not have read. Depends whether all the things are not in the course of the 9th class. You have read only two basically in our 9th class syllabus. Conservation of mass and law of definite proportion. More you will read. The next question is there, student. The formula of a metal M is MCl3. Then the formula of the phosphor of the metal M will be. So we must learn how to answer. Learn. Our purpose is to learn, student. What answer we will give before we that we should be able to do it. Then we will answer. The formula, you have a metal. The formula is MCl3. Can you find the valency of metal from here? What will be the valency of the metal, student? You have M, you have Cl. The valency of Cl is 1. Okay? And you have
Yes, sir.
M, then what should be the value of X, student?
3.
So if you have to come to MCl3, then how will we get MCl3, student? How the formula becomes? This goes on this and this goes here. So you get M and X goes here. So then what is the value of X? This means that X should be equal to 3. Therefore, the valency of metal is how much?
3.
3. And what is the valency of phosphate? Formula of phosphate is P4. You have seen in the book, they have given a table that they have given the valencies of this is a polyatomic ion.
Yes, sir.
What is the valency of phosphate, students? Revise the course. Revision is very essential, student. These questions are important. How do we do that? You have your notes, student. You have the books. I will say, oh, water, heal me. Sip water. What is the valency of phosphate, student? Do you remember or forgotten?
3.
3. So what? Then this 3 goes here, this goes here. Then what you are saying, PM3, PO4, 3. Then divide by 3. What will happen? What do you get then? MPO4. Then what is the correct answer?
Option A.
Okay, these are wrong. These are wrongs. Only this is the correct answer. Wrong, wrong, wrong. So this is how we find the answers. We are not guessing, student. We are not guessing. We are trying to solve and then we want to find the answer. Take your time. Next question is coming, student. Identify the correct statements. You see that when a statement is written, there are two things. Either it is true or it is false. Statement is right or wrong. Correct or wrong. Let us see which is the correct statement. In a compound such as water, the ratio of mass of hydrogen to mass of oxygen is always 8:1. First, you find out whether the statement is right or wrong.
The statement is wrong.
H2O, student. 2:16. 1:8, student. Hydrogen is 1 and it is 8:1 wrong. The statement is wrong, student. Okay. Next, 9 gram of water is decomposed. 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen is obtained. Is that statement correct, student?
Yes, sir.
1 plus 8 is equal to 9. This is hydrogen and this is your oxygen. So this statement is correct. If I take 9 gram of this, 8 gram of oxygen and 1 gram of oxygen will be produced. Correct. If in ammonia, nitrogen and hydrogen are always present in the ratio of 3:14 by mass, you have NH3 student. What is nitrogen? 14
14.
is to 3. Is this statement correct?
No, sir.
Wrong. Many compounds are composed of 2 or more elements, and each such compound has the same element in the same proportion. Is that statement correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So student, in this case, you have number 2 and number 4 correct. Which are the correct choices? 2 and 4. Correct statements. Which answer will be there, students?
Option C.
This is not, this is the right answer. So answer will be C. Okay. Another question is on the screen, students. Which of the following is a triatomic molecules? First, you should be able to write the formula, student, of each. What is the formula of CO2? Carbon dioxide.
Yes, sir. CO2.
What is the formula of ammonia?
NH3.
What is the formula of helium?
H.
What is the formula of sugar? Molecular formula. Even if you don't know the molecular formula of sugar, but you know it is a very complex molecule. Okay? If you don't know it, supposing you don't know it, then what you will do? It will have very large number of atoms, that we know. If I want to find the atomicity of each of them, what is the atomicity of this? How many atoms?
3.
1 plus 2, 3. Ammonia?
4.
1. How much is this? 12 plus 22 plus 11. How much?
45.
So which is the correct answer?
Option A.
Answer is A. You will learn a lot when you are working with these students. And we say that you will give a comment on our YouTube channels, whatever videos are recorded. At least 5 or 6 you give the comments. Okay?
Yes.
I like to see what comments you are giving. Then we can bring more and questions of higher level questions will bring. If you can answer those, then we will go further. These are whatever topics we are talking, whatever notes you are making, whatever videos you are recording, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th college, all a competition exam, they will help you. You know, a lot of students in 12 don't know how to write a formula. You know that? You can ask your friend, then I will see how they can write. But they have not done it. They only have seen in the books. Nobody has explained to them in a proper way. And when we practice, then we learn also. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, student, it is essential that your comments are required. Then I will know how much and where I am. How will I know what I am teaching to you? You are not giving any clues. Next question. The atomic mass of calcium is 40. The number of moles in 60 gram of calcium are. Now, what is the formula we gave you, student? How do we calculate the moles, student? What was the formula?
Given mass divided by total mass.
W gram divided by molar mass. So what is W here? And what is the molecular mass? The atomic mass is 40 gram is first of all wrong. It should be 80 gram per mole, right?
Yes.
40. Let me.
It should be 40.
Okay. Some mistake has taken place. Something got struck in this board. Okay, students, where are we? How much is that? What we are getting in this? How much is the weight given?
60 gram.
Okay, this is my 10. 60 gram divided by 40 gram per mole. How much answer will come then?
1.5 mole.
3 by 2. 0.5 mole. What is the right answer then?
Sir, it should be 1.5 mole.
1.5. Okay. 1.5. 3 by 2. 1. So our correct answer will be, student. This is wrong. Wrong. Answer is C. 1.5 mole. See that when we try to answer, student, we have to be sure the answers which we are giving. Okay. We are trying to do everything so that we learn. We are not guessing anything. That is my point. Next question is coming, students. All samples of carbon dioxide contains carbon and oxygen in the mass ratio 3:8. This is in agreement with. This is in agreement, student. Conservation of mass, constant proportion, multiple proportion, gaseous volume. Okay. Try to find the answer. Write the formula of CO2 and see what we are talking. How do we answer? CO2. How much is the atomic mass of carbon?
12.
Oxygen?
16.
16. There are 2
32.
oxygen. 2 into 16. 32 is to 12. What is the common? 4, 3 the 4, 8 the 3 is to 8. Which law is this?
Law of constant proportion.
Law of constant proportion or law of definite proportion. This is called law of constant or definite proportion. So this way we revise our thing, student. This is wrong. Then this is the correct answer is
Option
B. ठीक है? Constant proportion. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I will hurry up, then I will not learn. You understood what I said. I will take my time. Slow and steady wins the race. When you are driving in a car, student, you have a map. ठीक है? What do? You are putting a map where you destination map. If you try to speed up, what will happen? Do you think you will be faster or you will have some problem? Tell me.
Sir, we will be in problem.
Therefore, what we do, student? For our safety, we drive slow and steady. There are people who are overspeeding. You have seen it, and you have
Yes,
seen
sir.
most of the accidents are due to overspeeding. So same thing will happen. I will increase my speed. My mind will not work. Mind needs time to work and do the calculation. And when I don't do that, this is called NLP. I'm taking a course on neuro. NLP. How do we use our mind, student? Then what will happen? It will do error. Therefore, to be We must take our time, nothing to hurry up. Once we do with full time, then our learning is better and we will be able to do it. Don't worry. So no, we'll get enough time in the exam. Question number next is coming. The mass of carbon dioxide that will contain 3.011 10 power 23 molecules is. Think about it. You will get 1 to 2 minutes. Then we will solve the question. How do we solve it, student? First of all, you have what is the molar mass of CO2, student? Molar mass. How much? 12 plus. How much you get?
44.
ग्राम पर मोल. ठीक है. 1 mole contain how much, student? 44 gram. 44 gram of what? CO2. What is, how many molecules are there? 6.022 10 power 23 molecules. Contain how much? 44 gram of CO2. You are given 3.011 into 10 power 23 molecules. How much they will contain, student? 44 into 3.011 10 power 23 divided by 6.022 10 power 23. What cancels by 2? So what you are getting? 44 by 2. How much is it is coming?
22.
Answer is coming to be 22 gram. Which is the correct answer here?
Option B.
Wrong. Wrong. Option B. Answer is B. 22 gram. Okay. Are we right? Sometimes we can do mistake, but we are trying to do our best, student. Okay. Next question is coming on the screen, students. The number of atoms in potassium dichromate is
11.
Let us see how do we calculate K2Cr2O7. How many atoms? Number of atoms. First, let me take potassium. How many? 2.
2.
Chromium 2. Oxygen 7. Total atoms, student? 11. Wrong. Wrong. Answer is B11. Okay. Next question is coming on the screen, student. How many grams of H2SO4 are present in 0.25 mole of H2SO4? Again, you will get 2 minutes. I will say, oh, water, heal me. Sipping the water. How to answer this question, students? H2SO4. Let us find the molar mass of H2SO4, student. How much will be that? What is the atomic mass of sulfur, students?
32 gram.
Oxygen.
Six.
How much do we get?
98.
That means, student, 1 mole H2SO4 is how many grams? Then 0.25 mole will be how much? How much it is coming, student? How much it comes?
2.45.
2.45. Huh? Is it 2.45? What is the answer? This is wrong. Wrong. This is the correct answer. What is the correct answer? Is B. 25.4 grams. Okay, sorry. This is what we are getting here. Grams, student. 54. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
You will see anytime I will do a mistake. Anytime I will skip off a calculation, answer will be wrong. You can experience all these, students. Next question. The number of atoms present in a molecule of a substance is called
Atomicity.
This is very simple. Already you know what is atomicity. Number of atoms present in a molecule is called atomicity. This is not true. That's we will learn about these things later. Valency we already know. Next question is coming. The valency of nitrogen in NH3 is so well, so good. We have done already these type of question. How will you find the valency of nitrogen? Atomic number 7. How you write? 25.
3.
So already nitrogen is combining with the 3 hydrogen. Nitrogen is combining with the 3 hydrogen. So itself makes the nitrogen combining with the 3 hydrogens means what? Valency is 3. Either way, it will need 3 electrons to complete an octet. So either way, how many hydrogens are there? 3. 1 nitrogen. Therefore, valency is 3. Answer is C. 3. We already know about it. Next question, student. The mass of a molecule of water is. How will you calculate the mass of one molecule of water? How to find the answer, student? What is the molar mass of water, students? How do you find?
18.
That means 1 mole of water will contain how much? 6.02 to 10 power 23 molecules of H2O. Will how much weigh? 18 into 10 minus 3 kg. This is a gram if you're asking in kg. Then 1 molecule of water. What will be the mass of 1 molecule of water then? 18 into 10 minus 3 divided by 6 into 10 power 23. How much it will come then, students? I'm taking 6.022 approximately. Okay, you want to write 602 to write it. Then what I will do? How much it will come? I
3
will
into
cancel.
10 raised to the minus 26.
Okay, 6 3 the 3 into 10 minus 26 kg. What is that one? Answer is A. 3 into 10 minus 26 kg. Select the incorrect match. Select the incorrect match. What it means, student? The name is written, which is incorrect.
Sir, option 3.
N2O4 dinitrogen tetroxide. This is correct. Hydrogen chloride is correct. Carbon dioxide. This is carbon dioxide. There is only one oxygen. Phosphorus trichloride. Is it correct? How many chlorine? 5. It's also wrong. Incorrect. So which are the incorrect
3 and 4.
match here? 3 and 4. This is carbon monoxide. What do we call this? Carbon. One oxygen will be called carbon monoxide. And this will be phosphorus pentachloride. Penta means 5 chloride. Okay. Next question is on the screen, student. Molecular mass is defined as mass of one atom compared with the mass of one molecule. Mass of one atom compared with mass of one atom of hydrogen. Mass of one molecule of any substance compared with mass of one atom of C12. None of the above. What was the definition of molecular mass, student? It is the mass of one molecule compared with
Sir, option C.
option C. This is wrong. Wrong. Option C. Answer is C, student. We have already read the definition very clearly. Question is coming. Match the columns by choosing the correct option. Column 1, iron, nature. Column 2, nature. First, let me say a chloride ion. What is chloride ion? What is chloride ion? You know, Cl minus.
Yes, sir.
Chloride ion is what? Monovalent and
Negative.
negative.
Monovalent. Yes, sir.
It will go with 4. Monovalent and negative. Calcium ion. What is the formula of calcium ion? Ca2 plus. What is this? With what it goes?
Divalent positive.
Which one is this? 3.
Yes.
Divalent positive. Chloride ion was going with 4. Calcium ion is going with 2. Okay. Next, C. Aluminium ion. What is aluminium ion? 3 plus. So what is this?
Trivalent positive.
It will go with 2. Trivalent positive. Next, oxide ion is O2 minus.
Divalent negative.
It will go with 1. Divalent negative. So what is the combination then? A 4, B 3, C 2, and what is this? D 1. Which one is the correct answer then?
Option B.
Option B. Answer is option B. Such questions will be there. They are little bit you have to think because some errors could be there, students. So we should know how to do it. And those students who will work, they will be getting correct answer. If I will try to just guess it or do something, answer will be wrong. All right, this ends up the important objective type questions from very important atoms and molecules students. So please keep comments on at least 5-6 videos of our YouTube, and then I will see you in the next class. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.